Yeah. Some people might see it as a bit of broken record, but I'll say it's because of lack of information, lack of fundamental basic information. And that information needs to come to people in a language they can understand. Now, what is the mental block here? What's the blockage here? I think the blockage sometimes is that people think that if you don't speak or communicate in English, you can't actually think properly. I think that's part of the mental block. That people can't really learn real knowledge in their own languages. Well, there's nothing further from the truth. In some ways, some of their language and the ability of their language to communicate and teach and so forth is as good as English and far better in many cases, because people learned all the biological, zoological, philosophic knowledge that was handed down for thousands of years. Massive amounts of information. And they had no trouble understanding it. They were traders that traded to Macassar. They had no trouble doing business, international trade and doing business. They intermarried even into the Macassans groups. So it's not that the people can't learn in their own language, it's that the mainstream Australian community doesn't want to use any of the Australian language in that education endeavour. And so whether it's health or other problems in community, it comes back to this same lack of basic information, access to real information. Daily, day in and day out, I get questions on the phone about what does this medical term mean? What does that medical term mean? What does this mean? What does that mean? Constantly, because there's no resources developed where people can access, like a good dictionary. Audio dictionary we're creating online at the moment through jumbhmaram.com. You can see the link below. That is the first audio dictionary that exists, and some people will say, oh yeah, but there's some dictionaries that exist. Well, there are a few very small dictionaries, and most of them are around tangible English to the Yungamata word. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about fundamental information, which means concept language, academic language, English level language to academic Yungamata level. And we can explain most things across health, economics, law in the original Australian language very effectively. So if we don't do proper communication, we will spend more tens and tens of millions of dollars and still get nowhere. People will remain what we call mystified or confused, because that's where they're at the moment. Jung will call it the Mādubalyan, the confusion they have about the modern world, how it operates. Now, programs need to be developed to break that confusion, to break through it. It's like Jung will have terms that are not sure what the shadow is down in the water. Is it a crocodile or is it a log? The object that's down in the water needs to break through the surface so you can see what it is. And that's what knowledge is about. Good knowledge will help true realisation of what are the factors around some subjects, break through the surface and become clear. Then people will be more ready to participate and control the directions of their own futures. What we've got to stop doing is doing things to Aboriginal people. Since the interventions, we have more people and more organisations in every Aboriginal community doing things to and for Aboriginal people, rather than doing things with them. And one of the most important things that they need to happen with them is this revelation of knowledge and understanding of different things, English words, concepts, how things work, that revelation through discussions in their own language. That is what's needed beyond everything else.